All right, today we are going to break down one of the most powerful financial tools you have, and we're going to show you how to get started with, well, what might be in your pocket right now.
So let's just dive right in. I want you to really think about this question. What if you could take a single $10 bill and use it to start building real, actual wealth? It might sound like a bit of a gimmick, I know, but trust me, it's not.
Because that one tiny start, that single decision, it really does have the power to change your entire financial future. But, most beginners still fail. So we're going to unpack exactly why and show you how to sidestep all those common mistakes.
Okay, so first things first. Let's strip away all the confusing jargon, all the intimidating charts. What are we really talking about when we say the word investing?
At its core, it's this simple. Investing is just putting your money to work for you, so it can grow over time. So instead of you working for every single dollar, your dollars start working to make more dollars. That's it. That's the whole game.
I love this analogy. Think about it like planting a tree. First, you plant a tiny little seed. That's your initial investment, your $10. Then, you got to be patient. You let it do its thing. And over time, that tiny seed can grow into a massive tree. That tree, that's your wealth. It doesn't happen overnight, but give it time, and it happens.
And hey, if you're thinking this is some kind of niche activity for the super wealthy, think again. Get this, over 150 million people in the US invest in the stock market. This is not some secret club. It's a totally mainstream way to build a better future. You are definitely not alone on this journey.
Okay, but if so many people are doing it, why do we hear all these stories about people getting discouraged or losing money? Let's just tackle those common roadblocks head-on so you can completely avoid them.
So here they are, the classic traps. People wait for the perfect time to start, which, spoiler alert, never comes. They let the fear of losing money completely paralyze them. They chase some hot new stock they saw on social media with no real plan. They aren't consistent. But honestly, the biggest one of all is just overthinking it so much that you never, ever begin.
So here's a really crucial point you need to get. Investing is not a lottery ticket. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a long-term strategy, and it takes time and patience. There are going to be ups and downs for sure, but the single biggest mistake you can make is getting scared and quitting early.
All right, enough about the problems. Let's get to the solution. Here is a clear, simple, totally doable plan you can use to start investing literally today.
Okay, here we go. Step 1. Open a brokerage account. It sounds complicated, but it's just the account you need to buy investments. With modern apps, you can do it from your phone in like 5 minutes. Step 2. Start small. And I mean it. $10 is perfect. This isn't about the amount, it's about building the habit. Step 3. Keep it simple. Invest in a broad market index fund. Why? Because it automatically spreads your money across hundreds of companies, which is way safer than just betting on one. Step 4. Be consistent. Set up an automatic investment every week or every month. This takes the emotion out of it and helps you build wealth steadily. And finally, Step 5, the golden rule. Hold for the long term. Do not panic sell. The market will go up and down, but patience is how you win this game.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. How can my tiny little $10 investment ever become anything real? Well, it's because of a force that's been called the eighth wonder of the world, compounding.
So here's the first part of the magic. The money you invest, it earns returns. It basically makes new money all by itself.
And this is where it gets incredible. That new money, your earnings, it also starts to earn its own money. It creates this amazing snowball effect that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger over time. Small amounts, if you give them enough time, can turn into huge amounts.
Check this out. This chart shows the power of compounding perfectly. Let's say you invested just $100 a month. After 10 years, you would have put in $12,000 of your own money. But thanks to market growth and that compounding magic, your investment could be worth over $20,000. That's more than $8,000 of growth that you did nothing to earn besides just staying consistent. That is the power we are talking about.
So let's bring all this home. What does this really mean for you and your future? Well, it means you're standing at a crossroads. You've got two very, very different paths ahead of you. On one path, you decide to start investing. Your money begins to grow, you start building actual wealth, and you get closer and closer to real financial freedom. On the other path, you do nothing. You stay stuck. Your money slowly loses its buying power every year because of inflation, and you have to keep working for every single dollar you have. The choice? Well, it's pretty stark, isn't it? And it's all yours.
Look, if there is one thing you take away from all of this, please let it be this. The barrier to getting started isn't a lack of money. It's a lack of starting. You don't need to be wealthy to invest. You invest to become wealthy. You just have to take that first step.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. We spend so much time worrying about the risks of the market going down, but the biggest risk of all, the one that guarantees you fall behind financially, it's the risk of doing nothing at all. The biggest risk is not investing. So what are you going to do about it?